In this lecture, we are going to cover a new concept, that is zero switch coverage in state transaction testing. In order to understand zero switch, first we need to know what is the meaning of N switch. So the term N switch coverage relates to the number of transactions covered. How many transactions you are covering, that is represented by N. Now, when we move to zero switch and one switch, it will be more clear how we have to read this out. When we say zero switch, that means achieving 100% zero switch coverage requires that every valid sequence of one successive transaction has been tested at least once. Zero switch means one successive transactions, only one transaction, that you have to remember. And now if we talk about one switch, achieving 100% one switch coverage requires that every valid sequence of two successive transactions have been tested at least once. So here two successive transactions are done, and for zero switch one successive transaction is done. What you have to keep in mind is, for zero switch one successive transaction, for one switch two successive transaction. Now what is the meaning of that? Now we will understand that with an example. Suppose this is a state diagram given to you, and now it is asked to cover 100% zero switch. So in order to start your analysis, the first step is you have to find out how many states are there. If I see here, A is one state, B is another, C, D, E and F. These are the different stages. For all these stages, you have to find out zero switch, means one transaction. So you have to draw a diagram like this. You have to mention all the states towards your left and give some space for the zero switch. I have written only 3 here because I know there are not going to be more than 3 stages, but there should be more space over here. Now we will analyze how to find zero switch for state A. When you are in state A, you have to find out how many outgoing transactions are happening from A. So when I am at A, from A the first transaction I could see is A1. So from A you are going outwards and coming towards A. Next one is 9. A9, if you use this transaction, you will reach B. And from A again, if you go outwards via transaction 2, you will reach E. So from A, single transactions are 3. There are totally 3 single transactions that we have to note down here. So what I am saying is A1, because it is starting from A and ending at A. So this is A1. Next is A2. This is A. With transaction 2, we are reaching to the other state, E. So this is A2. Last one is A9. With A9, you are able to reach B. A9 and B. These all are single transactions going outwards. And that is what you have to find out for all of these states. Now for B. When you are at B, very easily you can find out 1, 2 and 3. There are totally 3 transactions which are going outwards. So there will be 3 switches. Now let's try to name them. First one is B10. Let's see whether it is a zero switch transaction or not. This is B. This is 10. With B10 you can reach C. And it's a outgoing transaction. So this is the zero switch. Now B8. This is B here. 8 means this transaction. With B8 you can reach A. So this is also a valid transaction. Last one is B3. So this is B, and with the help of 3 you can reach state E. So these are the 3 zero switches from B. Now moving towards C state. So first analyze. This is C state. From C state you can see this is 1 transaction, 2 transaction, 3 transaction, totally 3 transactions. So 3 zero switch you are going to get. So the first one is C14. C14 is nothing but you are starting from C and ending at C itself. The next one is C11. So you have C here. 11 means you will reach D. So this is also one transaction. And the last one is C4. You are here. With C4 you can reach E. So this is also one more transaction. Now let's move to D. Let's first analyze this. So from D, this is one transaction, this is another one, and this is one more. So totally 3 transactions again. So when you are at D, D13, so D13 is a self loop. Then D12, D12 will take you to state F, and then D5, and D5 will take you to state E. Now we have to analyze state E. This is state E, and now if you see, there are no outwards transaction. Therefore, you are not going to have any zero switch here, because there are no outward transaction. All the transactions are coming inside it. So we will move to F state. So when you come to F stage, you can see that 12 is coming inwards. So this is not your zero switch. 6 is going outwards and 7 is going outwards. So you have only 2 zero switches here. So this is F6. With F6 you can reach E. And the last one is F7. F7, with F7 you can reach A. This is how you have to find out zero switch. So how many test cases you have to write? You have to count how many zero switches you found. 1, 2, 3. So this is 3 and this is 4, 12, 13 and 14. So you have to write total 14 number of test cases in order to achieve 100% zero switch coverage. This is what I am saying. 14 test cases are required to cover 100% zero switch coverage. And with this, I am ending this lecture, and I will see you with one switch statement. Until then, happy testing.